you in comparison. In the United States of America, at one time, President Bill Clinton was impeached. There was he was impeached. There was an impeachment complaint filed against him. And the ground was that he lied. He committed perjury. He lied that he had a relationship or sexual affair with Louis Lewinsky. Right? So, the charge was that he lied, and therefore it was a breach of trust. They have a term there. What was the ruling of the impeachment court? Yes, he lied, but it was not a serious offense to us that constitute an impeachable offense. One example sa dili ma-review sa court. Nila kung interpretation, no? Para nila, kanang klaseng offense is not the kind of impeachable offense. Because kung tanawag yung tinood mo, ang enumeration sa impeachable offenses, bribery, diba? Treason, graft and corruption, culpable violation of the Constitution. Okay? So, according to the impeachment court of the U.S. Senate, perjury is not an impeachable offense. Or it is not a high crime that will merit a removal of the president. So that is an example of discretion. Is there an abuse of discretion on the part of the Senate? No. May lang interpretation. Sa that, but kung doon natin yung violation sa procedure, sa constitutional standard, pwede ma-review. But kung ang ilang decision, kung unsay mo constitute na impeachable offense, ila lang ang discretion. That is a political question. Because you are now going to the wisdom. That is a political question. In that case, the Supreme Court of the United States of America cannot review that. So that, nakasabot na po, what can be reviewed and what cannot be reviewed. If it goes to wisdom, you cannot review. But if there is a violation of a constitutional provision, it can be reviewed. Even if ginandan silang sole judge. Okay, ang Constitution dili ma-accepted ang impeachment court. They are still to follow the Constitution. Get me? Now, so we'll just proceed. I will just enumerate what are the rules and the interpretation of the Constitution in the case of Francisco versus House Speaker, the one that was discussed in the investment. Whenever possible, the words used in the Constitution must be given their ordinary meaning. Second, the words of the Constitution should be interpreted in accordance with the intent of the framers. What's the intent? That's why the Supreme Court will review the deliberations. Anong naaman nga provision? Sa rational. Right? Kada, kung dili klaro ang provision. But if the law or the provision is clear, you do not interpret. You apply the law. The third rule in interpreting the Constitution is the Constitution has to be interpreted as a whole. Dili ka pwedeng interpret lang ma-conflict sa lain na provision. In fact, you cannot use a provision in the Constitution and use it against another provision of the Constitution. When we approve the Constitution, we believe that all the provisions are in harmony with each other. Di ba? So we cannot say one should defeat the other. Di na mahimo. When you interpret the Constitution, you have to harmonize as much as possible the other provisions. And that, manay rules sa interpreting the Constitution. So we are done with doctrine of supremacy of the Constitution in relation to expanded judicial power. We are done with the political question doctrine. Now we will start now with the state, concept of the state. What is a state? Okay, Tabanaw, Maria Sheila. It's a legal concept, you're right. Is it the same as the government? Huh? Yes? Are you sure? Is the state the same as the government? The answer is
No.
no. The government is the expression of the will of the state. Kung sa'y gusto sa Estado, aray niya ibuhato sa gobyerno, kaya ang gobyerno may operate. Diba? Kung may na-empleyado, na-empleyado ang state. Wala. It's the government that has the resources and the machinery. What are the elements of a state?
People, territory, government.
Gusto tayo continue ulit? Bukan.
Territory,
Territory, the
territory, the sovereignty, the authority,
okay? Let's start with, is a state and a nation the same? No. Nation is a cultural concept. You belong to the same origin. Okay? So there could be a nation and really state. There could also be a state composed of so many nations, Commonwealth of States. Diba? Let's sit down. Now, elements of the state, of course, it has
People.
of course, people, territory. Asap na mga to, ang people. Is that territory? Is there an area required? No. Pwede rin kung sa hectare. Enough to govern, di ba? Kanina, for example, Rome. Rome is a city-state. It is a state within a state. Rome is a very small state. Dapat himong state, kinabda sa tupapa. Hindi siya ma-under of any other state. Now, second is people. Kinangal ba siya na requirement sa kadagano? Dili. Singapore, gamay ra kayo. Madagang pagsipo. Madagang pasipuano. China, dili yun. Manghihingan ka ng Chinese, magdugan, malunod ng Pilipinas. Doon tayo mag-iaway sa China. Okay? Then, government. Government can be what is known as de jure or de facto. De jure is it has title but it is not exercising power. De facto is it is exercising power in fact. Muna gingalag de facto actual. So, there are three instances where we use de facto na before, and the book will tell you na occupy gubat, take over ang usa ka nasod. Example, ang Iraq ni attack sa Kuwait sa una, Kuwait ba to?
Kuwait, yes sir.
Wait.
Correct? So, establish ang government o para mag-force. Hindi mo siya military government. So, tanang balao dito, sila may masunod, except civil law and other laws. Ang mausapra, if there is a change in sovereignty, are what is known as political laws, meaning the relationship of its people to its state. Muna ma-abrogate. But ang civil law, ubutangan ka kaniyadto sa waka mo, take over ang China sa Pilipinas, utangan gyapon ka bisag na Chinese. Di na mo sa. Kung nakakommit ka rape before ni-invade ang Taiwan, kakumit di ka rape bisag pag-una ang tag-iya Pilipinas. Okay? Ang mausap ra ang political law. Example, nanay China, himuunan niyang monarchy. Awan na tayo mahimo. Okay? Or himuunan niya ang crime of espionage as lethal injection. Awan na tayo mahimo. Okay? Pwede niya mausap. Okay? Part man sa mga political laws in relation sa pag-take over. But kanang civil law governing relations among individuals, dili na mausap as a rule. Is that that? So you take note of that. That's very important.
Sir, say, example na ning de jure, sir.
Ha?
Example sa de jure.
Example. Actual gid nga ang diure na kay title pero wala ka nag function. Karon di man ta makahatag example na naron. Kay pulos man nag-function ang tanang gobyerno karon.
Like Marcos.
Marcos was not even considered diure. He was functioning actually. He was functioning as a example kanang mo magkudita unta. Akala na example wa mo gani saksi nga kudita mo dita hatag concrete example. Example magkudita. Okay? Ang balitan panahon karon ni Pinoy na doon. Dami. Mukha rin ano ko dita. Ya, makasibat siya, mabalhin siya og laing nga lugar. Parang hirap mong Fury. Siya kaya po yung title holder, kaya siya ma-elected. Pero wala siya nag-exercise of power, kaya na namang mga co-platters na occupy na mas mga kanyan. Dan,
Katong kang Quezon, sir, pag
that was another example. He was a government in exile. He was a legally constituted government, but it was another group of people who is running the government. It's an example, yes.
Oh, government of France, sir, during World War II, government and exile.
Considered.
Occupied man sila, di ba, sir?
Okay, now, so, anyway, di na kayo, ang mumatter ng diya, ano naman ang mumatter sa laws ko, whether enforceable ba ang laws, even if it is de jure or de facto. Now, what are the functions of government? We have ministrant and constituent. We just read what is ministrant and constituent. And then, before I go to territory, because muna ako, kaning people, of course, only limited to citizens. Di ba? Ang nataw dili sa ato, part na sa people, but only citizens will enjoy all the rights, especially political rights. That's why dili makavote ang dili Filipino. But kung sila Muslim nasa, the same principle apply. If you're not an American citizen, you cannot vote in their election. Even if you're an immigrant is not a citizen. Immigrant have a right to stay, but you cannot vote because political right is an exercise of sovereignty. Diba? The right to vote springs from sovereign will. We can remove those in power. So that is a political right, and that is only granted to the citizens of that state, to no other. That now, ato ni nato i-take up who are citizens of the Philippines towards the end of the curriculum. Dili karon. Kaya medyo technical ni siya nga rule. Yeah. Kung pa may pagsugod ninyo, kasi kalibana niya mo. At least I will introduce this later. More or less na adjust na po. Okay? But I will discuss citizenship later. Haliko na to, territory, people, government, then sovereignty. Sovereignty is the supreme and uncontrollable power inherent in a state by which the state is governed. Okay? In other words, it's like the power of the state to govern itself. Kung why power ang state to govern itself, then it is not sovereign. An example is when we were a colony of Spain. Diba? We were not a sovereign nation. We were a colony. During the American period, we were not a sovereign republic. We were a colony. Meaning, tanan na itong action, aprobahan pa sa US President actually. There are certain decisions that has to be appealed to the US Supreme Court. So, dili ta freely mo decide sa atong gusto. But if we have sovereignty, then that makes a state. Assuming na ay people na, of course, no? Assuming na ay territory, na ay people, na ay government. And then the last element is sovereignty. Yes.
So is there any exemption ba, sir, if, like for example, makuha man ng sa ka-elements, sir?
Well, if there, as of now, unless we make a new theory, as of now, at least the 4 elements should be there to be considered a state. In fact, the other writer will say 6. But for purposes of my subject, do not confuse yourself.
But, like for example, sir, Vatican City, sir.
Ang sa mga Vatican, dili state, kaya nga naman.
Most of the one is Pangman.
But most of the... Nagsatagsabi ka. Naay territory ang Vatican.
Yes, sir.
Naay people.
Yes, sir.
Naay government.
Yes, sir.
Naay sovereignty.
Yes, sir.
Oh, so ano din just state?
Sir, akong next question, sir, like for example, sir, Spratly Island, sir, naalay duha ka, like for example, sir ba, Spratly Island, na siya yung mga,
Punta ron niya territory. Sige lang, I follow you first before I will stop. Sige. Okay, Spratly Island, so may problema sa Spratly Island. Dapat ay state ba na?
But na may ingon, sir, nga, i-recognize nga, kaya dapat boys and men and women para madaghan sila.
Sing doon. Biblia. Wala yung labog Biblia.
Actually, sir, nasa sa as I people, sir ba?
Ha? Mga ba?
Yes, sir ba? They must be numerous enough to self-sufficing and to defend
Okay,
themselves.
so kung sa may relevant, okay, sakto na, numerous enough. Mapag ko nag-ingon nga, di ba, may number. Pero, gawat, ato na spratly, kaya mura mo na yung ikagutan. Kung saan problema ng spratly, kung saan na, is that a state? You want it a state or what?
Sir?
Kung saan may mga problema na yun?
Pero namo gayo ba gyapon nga kung naagya po ng upat ka elements.
Yeah, dili siya state.
Na dili gyapon.
Sagay ko example, spratly. Kung saan may nasa spratly, nasa
I don't know
government.
kung state naman na sir ng Arab po siya. Basta na.
United Arab Emirates.
I don't know sir, basta naay, di ba nakapamantay ka ng swat pa siya name mo as state sir?
Ano mo siya may mga state?
Napay ka ng ba nation ba, dili pa siya state.
Of course, 9 nations, hindi kinapareha at nation o ng state. Ano lang ikalibog? Aram din ka maglibog. If the four are there, consider the state. It's a nation, interchange din mo gamito nation, American nation, Philippine nation. Dili na mo matter. Because for political law, what we will study is state. Basing naglibog lang ka ba, nation or state.
Yes sir, but recognition is also important.
Mali na ikalima, ikaw no? Pulsay na ni mo nga pa, no? Theory, no? Nanakas College of Law, ha? So, ang College of Law, nag-ingon, kanarang upat. Kanarang upat, may importante. Kanang recognition actually follows sovereignty. Because if your independence is not recognized by the rest of the world, therefore you're not a free nation. Diba? Therefore, sovereignty is enough. When you say sovereign, it means you can relate with other nations equally. So recognition is just a consequence of being sovereign. Tanda? So, pwede na mo yan. Kung kanin ko 6 mo na sa ubang writers. But, for my subject, and for political law, you confuse yourself too much. 4. Okay? Is that enough? Yan ang kay problema na spratly. Yan ang kay problema na. Hindi ka na mo gawa sa bahay. Now, let's proceed. Karoda, sovereign. Now, there is what is known as legal and political sovereign, internal and external. Internal is the capacity to make what? To control ourselves.
Domestic affairs.
External is the ability to relate with other nations. So kung kita, dili ta pwede maka-establish of diplomatic relation, kung dili ta magagan og lain nasod, dili ta sovereign. Di ba? Kaya what the external sovereignty? What is legal and political sovereignty? Is the supreme power to make laws. While political sovereignty is the sum total of all the influences in a state, which determines the course of law.
So, sir,
Right? Yes.
Somalia is not a kwan, sir? Somalia, sir, is not a state.
I don't know if Somalia is a state. I think it's considered a state. We always I'm not too sure. Okay? Now, Claro so far. Elements. Let's start with territory because that is the controversy now.
Magalyon.
Sapa, with Kiram, with Spratly of your classmate, Nakono Sol. First, what is our national territory? What is the extent? You read 1935 Constitution. You go to Annex D. Before lang ang national territory, preamble. Kaning preamble class, dili ni siya, what is an established of right, ha? Dili the source of an enforceable right. What is siya aspiration of preamble. Let's start with Appendix D, Section Article 1. You have that? 508. Can you read the territory of the Philippines?
Section 1. The Philippines comprises of all territories ceded to the United States with the Treaty of Paris, concluded between the United States and Spain on the 10th day of December 1898. The limits of which are set forth in Article 3 of said treaty, together with all the islands embraced in the treaty concluded at Washington between the United States and Spain on the 7th day of November 1900, and in the treaty concluded between the United States and Great Britain on the second day of January 1930, and all other territory which over the present government of the Philippine Islands exercises jurisdiction.
Okay, you compare that with the 1973 Constitution. Annex B.
469.
You read. Ikaw lang may basta.
Section 1. The national territory comprises the Philippine archipelago with all the islands and water embraced therein, and all other territories belonging to the Philippines, with historic right for legal title, including the territorial sea, the airspace, the subsoil, the seabed.
Okay. What's the difference? Is there any enumeration of the territories?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Katong gi-conclude of treaties, enumerate? Wala na. Okay. And then, there is an additional phrase that belongs to the Philippines by historic right or legal title. Now, let's go to the 1987 Constitution. What's the difference? You read Annex A.
The national territory comprises the Philippine archipelago with all the islands and water embraced therein, and all other territories which over the Philippines has sovereignty or jurisdiction, consisting of its terrestrial, alluvial, and aerial domains, including its territorial sea, the seabed, the subsoil, the insular shelves, and other submarine areas. The water around, between, connecting the islands of the archipelago, regardless of the breadth and dimension
Regardless of the breadth.
and dimensions.
Okay. Now, kung sa may nakita na difference?
There is much more buzzer category in the 1957 rather than 1935.
Napa bang historic title? Wala na. Kung sa pa? Kung sa may giili sa historic title?
Philippine sovereignty or jurisdiction, sir.
Okay. Just sit down. Now, in the 1935, there is an enumeration of the territories. Why? Because the reason there, our framers wanted to be sure that the United States will recognize these territories. So, ilagay, pa-aprobahan na itong constitution sa United States. To make sure na ato din yung Sibuto, ato din yung Sulu, ato din Cagayan, na concluded by treaties, Manganis Island, ipabutang din siya sa territory. Okay? Now, 1973, wala na. Wala naman kayo na yung murabag. Over the years, wala naman yung question na. Okay? Now, ang ibutang dito, by historic right or title. Diyan, i-come in ang Sabah issue or Borneo. Because, well, again, I am not a scholar on that, but the reason behind that is there is the contention that in the past, kanang part sa Sabah, or Sabah itself, was owned by the royal family in Mindanao. Okay? Then it was rented by the Royal British Company. And then when Britain granted independence to Malaysia, they ceded Sabah to Malaysia instead of returning that back to the Philippines. Of course, that was an internal arrangement between the family, muna ni-claim si Kirat na sila mo heirs atong nagpaabang. So, because of that, muna i-gamit ka ng phrase by historic or legal title. And since it was still a subject of determination kung sakto na, ibutang na sa Constitution. Muna basis ka na may word historic and legal title. But take note, kanang imong definition sa imong territory will only apply to you. It does not follow na imong silingan mo, tuon mo. Buot ka. So, ato na pagtanaw sa atong territory. Now, pag 1987 Constitution, suod uso na ng ASEAN, bitangkan ng phrase nga by legal and historic title. Kaya offensive na siya to Malaysia. Kaya ipasabot ko na actually ang Sabah. Borneo, specifically Borneo. So bitangkan na siya, mas generic na ang gigamit ng word. And all those we have jurisdiction, di ba? So, appeal na ang Sabah. Pero we have to prove it. first through the International Court of Tribunal. Why are we not filing it? Because, neighbors. And we have trade with Malaysia. We have so many Filipinos in Malaysia. Kita makita po atong, di ba, kiwan issue. Kita nga, may Pinoy nga nagpapaulit sa Mindanao. It's not easy to fight a neighbor. Siya lang yung Taiwan, gamay ka ng Taiwan. Siya lang tabo. Di ba? So, sayon kinaisulti nga abo bata. Sayon kinaisulti. But di pa galing makasugod sa trade war na landaan, problema na ang Pilipinas. Problema na, cancel ang mga tourist booking. Tabo ito na.
Embargo.
Di ba? O, embargo, atong saging dito sa Davao, gihulog dito sa Pantalan, billions. So, the Philippines is keeping that silent, but not necessarily close. So, unsa man ang territory sa Philippines? Number one, Philippine archipelago with all its islands and waters embraced therein. All other territories over which the Philippines has sovereignty or jurisdiction. Okay, I will dictate this. Which includes terrestrial. Unsa man ang terrestrial domain? Wala yun. Then, fluvial. Dagat, inland-based, rivers, streams. Hindi dagat, streams, rivers, streams. Aerial domain. Directly above the land. Kita itatiyana. Kumita ng aeroplano, mga permission. Di ba? Airspace. Why? Because it is something to do with sovereignty. Kung i-allow na nimong any country to cross over sa mga territory, pwede mag-surveillance. Then our security is threatened. So that is the concept. Yung ato area, ato na territory. Tapos di ka occupy ana. Asa ka kutom, occupy kutom sa mga po sa iyong layar. Masahin mo na. Masahin mo na. Support lang dito nato sa langit. Now, another one is including its territorial sea, seabed, insular shells, and other marine areas. And then, the third group is waters around, between, and connecting the islands of the archipelago, regardless of breadth and dimensions, form part of the internal waters of the Philippines. That is the extent of it. I will explain. Aron makasabot mo ning kagubot sa Spratlys. Kasabot mo na wala. Wala na, parihatan. Ay man. O pananglitan, makanya akong gidrawing kung saan yung nasura ni. Hindi mo nakakano. America, United States, North, di ba? Latin America, Central America. So example, ordinarily, kung dili siya archipelago, ang gitawag nimo kung mo na imong land, sa una, 3 miles from the shore, imong abot sa canyon, is what is known as territorial sea. Okay? Now, under international law, it's 12 miles. Every 12 miles, mo na yung ginganlan of territorial sea or waters. After the 12 miles, mo na ginganlan high seas. Is there a significance? Yes. Because under the criminal law, di ba, we can enforce our criminal code up to our territory. You cannot anymore pursue subject to certain exceptions kung high seas. Okay? You get me? Samtan? Now, Mao na siya normal nga territorial sea. But under international practice and customary law, na gitawag og in the territorial sea, there is what is known as innocent passage. Pwede ka mo allow o mga vessels mo pass as long as they will not prejudice the interest of that coastal state. Ngano man? Kaya pananglitan kay barko mo adto gikan diri sa Canada o North America mo diri sa Peru. Kinahanglan gid mo ana sa diri, mo ana sa diri. Pwede naman siya mamidpid diri, di ba? So, kung mamidpid siya, he might have to be within the territorial waters. That is just being practical. Or musod sa Swiss Canal. He will be near to the coastal area. So, under sa international law, allowed na innocent passage. Pero doon ay restriction. Kasi ka pwedeng muwagi dito yung mga armaments niya mong supply sa rebels at naso. That is another example of prejudicial. But as a rule, territorial waters pwede doon ay innocent passage. That, now, high seas, anybody's game. Now, asa man na problema ang Pilipinas. Now, if you draw the map of the Philippines, I am not an expert on this. Sama, di ba? And we related, Capiz here, Negros here, Iloilo, this is Palawan, so this is Luzon here, perhaps this is Cebu, Bohol, Mabaling Bohol, then Mindanao area, sakto?
Yes, sir.
Review na muna. Okay? Now, tanawa lang ninyo, kung atong buhaton ang kanang ordinary concept, magkuha kang 12 miles rin. Di ba? Kuha kang 12 miles rin. Kuha kang 12 miles rin. Kuha kang 12 miles rin. Right? Now, it is possible that the distance between provinces is more than 24 miles. Therefore, na ay high seas. Katagang high seas. Kung if you allow that, bisa kinsa makasod sa high seas. That is not practical for an archipelago. See my point?
Yes.
That is where nag-develop ang archipelagic doctrine by necessity, by practical usage. Okay, so ang ibuhat, sa panahon nila Tolentino, okay, introduce sila archipelagic doctrine. Okay? Ang definition lang, ang problema lang, atong definition nila is all waters around, between, and connecting the islands. What are these waters around and connecting the islands? Mo na gitawag kong internal waters atong definition. Where supposedly, internal waters sa international law, dili i-allow ang innocent passage. But, since we use another principle, which is the archipelagic doctrine, unsa na? Instead of treating this as the extent of the territory, maghimo ka straight baseline. The northernmost tip island, without appreciating much, basta dili mo more than 125 from the land, from the seashore, ang pinakataas na distance. Okay, mula ni sa triangle ay tapos Pilipinas, dili na lang kung ka-drawing. Something like that. So, mo na connecting the topmost, no, points, ang zone ani, mo na gitawag og archipelago. And then, that's where you distance the 12 miles. Understand?
Yes.
So, your territorial sea is somewhere here. The high seas is somewhere here. And this one is considered as archipelagic waters, where innocent passage is allowed. Although, sa atong konstitusyon, dili man sa din matawag ko din internal waters. Ang internal waters, kana naman waters connecting around the islands. But since we wanted to avail of a doctrine, we cannot have arcane and 82. So if we want to draw a baseline, inside the baseline is the territorial archipelagic waters, where innocent passage is allowed. So that, now, asa man nga nung maglibog ang tao, mayroon mo ba sila? Example, GIG. Hello? Okay, so Kalayaan Group of Islands, example here. Okay, and then perhaps Masidlong here ng Scarborough rin. Ang pasabot ba, ang gikatugtan karon kay ang kaning Scarborough o PIG outside sa itong baseline. Natay pa kung balawag. Ipas in 2009. Outside sa baseline sa Pilipinas. But do not be confused. Kung outside galing isa sa baseline, it does not mean na dili na nato territory. Because our territory is all those, di ba? Kung sa may definition sa territory,
Around.
no, and all other territories over which the Philippines has sovereignty or jurisdiction. So kani sila na na-default na phrase. Ang kaning archipelagic doctrine nasa default ang second phrase. The waters around, between, and connecting the islands of the archipelago, regardless of their breadth, form part of the internal waters. But kaning Scarborough Shoal and PIG really belongs to the Philippines on another phrase, all other territories which the Philippines has jurisdiction. Understand? Even if it is outside the baseline. And the baseline law was challenged in the case of Magallona versus Ermita. Because according to Magallona, Attorney Magallona, the baseline law will alter the territory of the Philippines, which is already defined by the Treaty of Paris. It will alter. The Supreme Court said, no, it will not alter the territories. Because what is defined there is just the baseline. Wa man nimo gipag-usab ang drawing, wa man nimo gipag-usab ang yuta. Nag-drawing lang ang baseline because in the baseline, doon na mag-itawag of UNCLOS, United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. Doon na agreements na on certain instances, kung ano mong baseline, maka-avail ka of certain rights na may exclusive economic zone within 200 kilometers, pwede ka maka-enforce of fishery rights, continental shelf, etc. etc. O na gusto ma-avail sa Pilipinas under UNCLOS. You will study that in your public international law. Ilan ako i-detalye ko. Sa mga nalibog. Okay? Now, therefore, what is defined in the baseline law are just your maritime zones, not your territories.
Demarcation lines.
Yes, ang i-demarcate niya is your maritime zones. What is the extent of your maritime waters? Because there are certain privileges in that zone under the UNCLOS. So according to the Supreme Court, there is no redefinition of the territory of the Philippines. It remains the same. Okay? The baseline law will only let the Philippines comply with the UNCLOS of how to define our maritime waters. So there is no change in our territory. Again, because if you define the territory of the Philippines, it is not composed of the maritime waters. All other territories by which the Philippines has jurisdiction. Any question? Klaro? So, nag-away sa China, whatever, away na ito. Cuma sila pangi, kung ano tayo magano. Well, I admire Pinoy for standing up, but the first place wala sa tato gi-provoke pa the sleeping giant, di ba? Karon tuon na kita dito barko ano tayo mahimo sigla tag-protest. Why? Because we cannot back our rhetoric with muscle, di ba? Kung tag ito'y ngalangas kay nasustakal, you cannot really fight. But of course, there is wisdom there. Of course, they will bring the battle to the international court. In the meantime, we have otherwise, kaya nyo na ito. Di ba? Nato galing Navy, pagkano, baro, pwede magaling mga gusto. Nagpasikat at husgan, ano sa gigya.